Hello everyone. Thank you for taking time to watch this presentation. In this session, I'm going to walk you through my research on resilient order management and intelligent reseating in the airline industry. This is focused on the scenario where the airlines needs to reseat the passengers after the flight cancellation or the disruptions. As we all know, events like severe weather, last minute cancellations, or operational changes can be heavily stressful for both passengers and airline staff. Most current seating systems are rule based and lack of flexibility, which makes it difficult to respond quickly when the plans suddenly change. Let's look at where the model becomes specially useful. Let me start with something recent that we all remember, the storm that hit Dubai in 2024. It brought the heaviest rainfall in decades. So passengers were stuck, flights were cancelled, and airlines were struggling to reseat the passengers. This is the first scenario which has happened recently in 2024. We have seen similar situation during the COVID-19 pandemic. Flights were getting cancelled last minute, routes were changing constantly, and airline had to deal with new rules and health concerns. In both the cases, passengers need help fast, and traditional systems just were not built to handle such sudden disruptions. My model offers a smarter AI driven solution to handle these challenges. It uses a mix of DQL, that is deep reinforcement learning, CNN and CGAN, and BFO, that is bacterial for aging optimization, to reallocate seat in real time while keeping the passenger's need in mind. Now we will move towards important key components, which is dataset and input features. To prepare the model for rare and high impact events, artificially generated data is used to simulate aircraft swaps, overbookings, and emergency reassignment. This helps the system to generalize well even under stress scenarios and boosts its robustness. To enable intelligent and effective reseating, the model is trained on combination of real data and synthetic data. Real data such as passenger details, name, age, etc., and the seat number of the original flight. Flight details such as flight number, date, aircraft type, cabin class, etc. And the synthetic passenger data enriched with features such as loyalty scores, seat preferences, group booking status, and price sensitivity. These features help the system to understand and prioritize passengers based on individual needs and value to the airline. After the reseating process is complete, the model can utilize live feedback from passengers such as satisfaction score, seat change request, or complaints to evaluate the effectiveness of the reseating decision. Additionally, the model is also trained using simulated feedback, which helps it learn how to respond to various edge cases and real disruption scenarios. By combination of real and simulated feedback, the system continuously fine-tunes its strategy, enabling it to adapt and improve future seat assignment. This feedback-driven adjustment ensures that the model not only reacts effectively in real time but also evolves over time to enhance passenger satisfaction and operation efficiency. Now let's look at how entire reseating system operates behind the scenes. The environment design includes the legal rules. For example, infant and children cannot be placed in exit rows and passengers needing assistance are seated closer to the front. And the preference reattention, things like paid seat and VIP upgrades are preserved whenever possible. Continuous and re-optimization. As new data comes in the system recalculates the seating plan on the fly using cgen. All of this ensures the model is not just optimizing blindly, but it actually respecting what's important to both passengers and regulations. Now, let us take a closer look at rules and constraints. The model follows while assigning the seat. These are essential to ensure that every decision is not only optimized but also safe, fair, and passenger friendly. There are mainly four categories of rules and constraints. Let us see one by one. The first one is legal and safety. No infants or children in the exit rows. Special assistance passengers near front. Exit row seats are given only to physical fit adults who can assist during the emergency. The second category will be commercial and preference. Preserve paid and VIP seats. Avoid downgrades for loyalty members. Maintain class boundaries. The third category will be the group and family. In the group and family, keep families and minors seated together. Minors must be always seated with guardian or responsible adult. The last category will be operational category, which exclude blocked or maintenance seats. Adjust for late check-ins and overbooking scenarios. Now let us see the architecture of the model. First one is we start with the input layer. Here we collect the passenger profile, preferences and historical data. This also includes both original and newly available seat maps. Along with the cabin structure details, this foundational data feeds everything downstream. Next is feature extraction using CNN or convolution neural network. This layer processes the seat layout. It detects the seat type like window or aisle, whether the seat is paid, and marks any VIP or reserved sections. It helps the model understand seating not just as row and columns but with deeper context. Then comes the priority assignment layer using deep Q learning. This reinforcement learning agent scores each passengers based on urgency, travel class, loyal status, and other factors. Over time, it learns from the past disruptions and improves decision making for future scenarios. The the next layer is optimization engine powered by bacterial foraging optimization or BFO. Just like bacteria explores for nutrients, this layer explores different seed combinations to find the best possible match while handling upgrades, downgrades, satisfaction scores, and legal rules, like not placing infant or child in the exit row. Then comes live feedback and adaptation. We use conditional GANs, which are powerful network that simulate the real world feedback. This helps the model adapt on the fly. For example, if a new group checks or in or paid seat becomes free, the system reacts and reshuffles as needed. Finally, we have the output layer. This generates the final seating map. It reflects all the constraints, optimizations, and feedback we have applied, showing cabin changes, group seats, and passenger satisfaction predictions. Now let us see architecture layer one by one in the next slides. Now let's take a look at how intelligent decisions are made inside the model using deep Q learning and convolutional neural network. The core of the system is deep Q learning agent which learns to make seating decision dynamically, but to process the complex seating layout and passenger data we enhance it with a CNN based architecture. There are four key points for DQL agent with CNN for dynamic decisions. Let's look at one by one. State presentation. The environment is converted into structured tensors representing seat availability, passenger preference, and satisfaction scores. This encoding helps the model to understand the current state of the aircraft seating. The second key point is CNN architecture. These convolutional layers analyze the patterns, for example, detecting if the window seat is available or not, or if a seat has a VIP tag or not, or it violates any legal rules like infants or children in exit rows. This makes the model aware of the seating map. The third important key point is action masking. Before the agent makes any decision, we apply constraints. This includes filtering out the seats that are blocked, already taken, or not suitable for specific passenger. This narrows down only the feasible actions. The fourth key point is epsilon greedy policy. The agent uses a balance of exploration and exploitation to optimize the decisions. This ensures it continues to improve over time, especially in unseen scenarios. The optimization step is where the BFO, bacterial foraging optimization, comes into picture. BFO is a bio-inspired technique based on how bacteria search for nutrients. Here is how it works. The first step is stochastic search. It makes small random changes to test different seating arrangements. The second one is the priority driven iteration. Passengers are ranked based on things like urgency, VIP status, or special needs. The third step includes score based allocation. Each plan is rated by checking satisfaction, upgrades or downgrades, and the rule compliance. The fourth step or a final step, which involves the best solution selection, finds the best fit. After several tries, it focuses on the best solution, adding the final polish to make a good seating plan great. Now let us see the next key component, CGANs, Conditional Generative Adversarial Network. Here is the where the model really gets adaptive. CGAN is added to handle real-time feedback from passengers. The generator creates synthetic data to enrich training. The discriminator helps the system to distinguish between real versus generated data to improve the accuracy. And when the passenger provide feedback, say they don't like their seat or they want to change their seat or they want to complain or cancel the seat, that data is used immediately to retain and adjust seating suggestion. Feedback gets embedded directly into how the model makes its next decision. This makes the system self improving, constantly learning and evolving with every interaction. Now let's look at what we achieved with this model. Over 95% of passengers were successfully reseated, even in highly disrupted scenarios. Preferences were preserved, especially for VIPs and those with paid seat selection. Downgraded were kept under 3%, which is a major win. And the best part is the whole optimization process runs in just a few minutes, making it ideal for real time deployment. So not only it is smart, but it's fast and reliable too. Now let us look at future recommendation part. Looking ahead, there is lot we can build on. We can include more behavioral data like check-in delays or medical flags. We can make the model multi-model so it can work with aircraft systems like blocked seats or in-flight issues. We want to improve how we use live feedback even during boarding, and in the future, we could have multiple AI agents working together across flight legs or cabins to coordinate reseating across the entire journey. All these additions will help make the system more intelligent, responsive, and passenger friendly. Now, let us see what are the limitations of this model. Like any AI system, this model has few limitations. The first limitation is it depends heavily on the quality of the data. The dataset plays a key role in the model's success. This model may struggle with real time speed during large disruptions, and its decisions are not always easy to interpret or explain. The second limitation is fairness can be a concern if it is not monitored carefully. To wrap up, this research shows how advanced AI tools like deep Q learning with CNN, bacterial foraging optimization, and CGANs can truly transform the way airlines manage seat assignment during disruptions. Instead of relying on static rule-based system, we can now build dynamic real-time solution that focus not only on passenger comfort and also it respect the constraints. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this gave you a clear and exciting view into the future of intelligent airline operations. Thank you.